Simple Dimple Twinkle Rinky. Rinke. Why is it Rinke? Is it Rinke? Is that how she spells her name? Or is it Rinky?
This is how she spells her name.
Wow, yeah. Sounding French now. But cool.
They probably named her Wrinkle and then they realized.
Yeah. Let's change it to
probably
Rinky.
not the right name.
Not a wrinkle in time.
This question is a little complicated, so take your time, actually, whatever time you have. So this character was played by Dimple Kapadia in a 1973 movie, which served as an inspiration to another character played by Archana Puran Singh in a very popular 1998 movie, which served as a foundation for an iconic character played by Kareena Kapoor in a 2001 movie. So name the character, which these three actresses played, and in the respective movies.
You can also identify just the three movies or the three characters. Either one works.
Okay, yeah. Either works. They're being nice.
Miss Braganza and Pooh. Miss Braganza for Archana Puran Singh and Pooh for Kareena.
And the first one?
The first one, I'm not sure.
So Dimple Kapadia played Bobby Braganza in Bobby, which inspired Mrs. Braganza in Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, which inspired Pooh in Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum.
That is the right answer. Can we say it? Come on. Miss Braganza. It's Miss Braganza. Interestingly, I think Karan Johar really likes this Braganza surname because there's a movie called Ik Main Aur Ek Tu, which is a Dharma production movie, not directed by him, directed by Shapun Batra. And even there, Kareena's character's name is Reina Braganza. So maybe that's an extension of this whole Braganza journey. Who knows?
I think it sounds very stylish, no? So maybe he likes the...
Yeah. And Karan Johar seems to be the type who would use a stylish name for a stylish character.
I like the fact that they're both wearing pink, like Karan Johar's idea of...
a cool girl. A cool girl is wearing baby pink. I love it. Yeah. Listen, no slander against Pooh, please, in any answers. It will... Your points will sadly not be minus, but in my head, I will really be judging you all. Minus. Okay, really, just...
Yeah, so Karan Johar basically said that he used Miss Braganza's character from Kuch Kuch Hota Hai as the younger version of Pooh, or rather sort of Pooh's character as the younger version of Miss Braganza from Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. There's an interesting book written by this Oxford professor called Rachel Dwyer. She's written this interesting book called Picture Abhi Baki Hai. And in this book, there's an entire chapter dedicated to how religion is treated in Bollywood cinema, right? So you'll see this famous Jesus Christ character from, I think, Ajab Prem Ki Gazab Kahani, so, right? And she says that most Christian characters, especially women in Bollywood cinema, are usually, shown as flirty, sort of, they'll always wear dresses, skirts, etc. And when he created this character, Miss Braganza, in Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, it was his tribute to Bobby Braganza from Bobby, right? So he reimagined saying what would happen if Bobby grew up and became this older lady. She would actually teach in a school, and she would be single and so on. So that's how this entire...
Both the characters from Bobby grew up to have like career in teaching. Mrs. Braganza in Kuch Kuch, and Rishi Kapoor went on to become the headmaster in another Karan Johar movie.
Student of the Year. But in Student of the Year, he's also playing gay. So
because Bobby dished him, he turned gay.
Like, we're going into fan fiction theory. I love it.
Yeah, the rest of it is also fan fiction. So.
Kejor devised the character of Rani Mukherjee on Twinkle Khanna, and hence it was called Tina. So refused the role, and Rani accepted it.
And Rani Mukherjee was discovered by Aditya Chopra in that iconic movie Raja Ki Aayegi Barat, which is a pathetic movie. Please don't watch it. And Aditya Chopra saw something in her, wink, because he married her later, and told Karan Johar that you should cast this girl. So he did. Karan Johar was not happy with her body at all. Like, there are lots of body shaming comments Karan Johar had made on Rani Mukherjee when she was playing Tina, because she had to wear tight skirts. So she then eventually lost weight, and she was styled in a certain way where she looked petite, which she wasn't at that time.
Interestingly, I think Karan Johar said that his first crush was Twinkle Khanna because she had a mustache. That's what he said in one of his interviews.
So I've heard that in Bobby, the starting part, the first scene where Rishi Kapoor sees Dimple, and the way she turns and does something to her hair is apparently the way Raj Kapoor first saw Nargis when he met.
Yeah, basically she touches her forehead and like the cake batter her hair.
Yes.
And in Nargis's case, she was like frying pakoras, so it was all besan.
So one of the old trivia pieces associated with Bobby is that as a product placement, Rajdoot was introduced in Bobby, and for a lot of years it was also known as Bobby Rajdoot. So people in India used to call it Bobby Rajdoot because Rajdoot came into fame through Bobby.
So Dimple Kapadia was barely 16 years old during this movie. And later that very year she married Rajesh Khanna, who was more than 10 years older than her. It's like, it's hard to imagine that happening today, but it happened back then.
What was the age of marriage in 1973? And like, was it
I think it was already set at 18.
To get married?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
The interesting thing is in Luck by Chance, there's a scene where Dimple Kapadia is telling her daughter that this is a very tough industry, and when you make your debut early, a lot of people take advantage of you. And it seemed, I mean, a few film critics have written about saying it sounds like she's talking about her real life itself.
I got an interesting fact about Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
Yes.
It is actually based on the Archie comics, where Archie, Shahrukh, Veronica Bettier, Kajol and Rani Mukherjee.
So, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai was inspired by two things. One was that Karan Johar wanted to make a father-daughter love story, but he also was very inspired by Archie comics. So he was confused which movie to make first. And then he decided to combine both and make one the first half and make the second the second.
So, talking about Archie comics and Bobby, Raj Kapoor was also inspired by Archie comics for some of the styling in Bobby. So the twin piece swimsuit which Dimple wears and also probably the polka dot print which Dimple wears is also inspired from Archie.
Oh wow!
Comics.
And this is actually in a documentary where I think the Simi Garewal documentary on Raj Kapoor, he says that like some of the elements were inspired from Archie.